Hello there, fandoms of the world. My name is the Geek Theorist, and welcome to a very special Pokemon Showdown Live, because today we are going to be using a RWBY theme team. Now I know a lot of you guys have probably subscribed for my RWBY content, but as you know, I love to do Pokemon related stuff as well. These Pokemon Showdown Lives are a lot of fun, so I thought, why not put those two things together? So that maybe if you're a fan of RWBY, if you're a fan of my RWBY content, this might be a kind of nice way to transition or, get you interested in some of my Pokemon content, because this is a lot of fun as well. I've actually been thinking about maybe putting out a kind of like, just a little video, kind of like a guide to competitive Pokemon, so that, if you're not a subscriber for that, maybe it'll, like, I don't know, help you be more interested or understand a little bit better what this kind of stuff is all about. But for now, I've decided to go ahead and I made a RWBY theme team, which is essentially I chose Pokemon that reminded me of some of the characters and whatnot from RWBY, as you're going to see. And we're going to be getting some battles here on Pokemon Showdown with these Pokemon. And why don't we go ahead and get right into it, and I will show you what our team is looking like. So, first, we've got Yang, the star of the team right here, our Mega Charizard Y, our dragon, who's not really a dragon, if you will. So yeah, like I said, Yang's our Mega Charizard Y, rocking out with some pretty standard moves, Air Slash, Fire Blast, and Roost, and I went with the Solar Beam because I think it handles water types. I know it's a little silly, but, we have the drought up, we have the sun up there anyway, so why not rock out with the Solar Beam? Pretty standard EV spread. Mostly normal stuff there. Next we have Blake. Now, at first I wanted to show off a new Pokemon, and I just kind of wanted to show off the Alolan Persian, but Alolan Persian is not that viable, and I was losing a lot of battles. I'm still losing a lot of battles with this team because I tested them out before starting this video, but I'm still losing a lot of battles with this team. But Alolan Persian just did not have any use on the team as I saw it. So instead I switched over to Umbreon, which still I think suits Blake. And Umbreon's, it's one of my favorite sets. I designed this like a year ago. It's basically just a rest talk. If you don't know what that means, it's rest. And then you use Sleep Talk, which is a move that chooses a random one of your moves and uses it even though you're asleep, along with Curse for setting up, and Payback to get off the big Dark-type stab attacks. This set is a lot of fun to use. Oh, whoops. Blake is a female. But yeah, this set is a lot of fun to use. There's a lot to love about it, and I just think it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot more viable than Alolan Persian, which is what I was trying to run before. Next, we have Weiss, our Alolan Ninetales. Could not think of a better Pokemon to suit Weiss. Rocking up with the Life Orb and Snow Warning, obviously, with just 2 standard stabs with Blizzard and Moonblast, as well as Nasty Plot for setting up, and Substitute in case we want to get right up behind a sub and feel safe setting up with the Nasty Plot. So we got Weiss. I mixed up the EVs a little bit just to just so that we had a little specially, just to give us a little bit of special bulk, so Weiss can maybe switch on a special attack. So we'll see about that. Next we have Ruby Rose, our Latias, holding the leftovers. This is kind of just to clear out hazards, as well as occasionally drop a big Draco Meteor or Psychic. I think Latias suits RWBY pretty well. I think as far as colors aesthetic goes, EVs are kind of just spread out to give a bit of bulk on both sides, and as well as just being able to get off a little bit of a powerful special attack. So that's RWBY. Next we have Crescent Rose. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do to fill the last 2 slots. But then I saw Bisharp, and I just immediately, it's a steel, dark type with all this red coloring, black coloring. I immediately thought of Crescent Rose, so I was like, you know what? We are going to have a Crescent Rose on this team. So we're rocking out with a Focus Sash as well as Defiant. Then Swords Dance for setting up, and Sucker Punch to get up the priority, as well as Iron Head and the big knockoff with pretty standard EVs on that. So that should be a lot of fun. Ooh, excuse me about that, sorry. It was putting in some work in some of the battles I was getting earlier, so we'll see how it does during this live. And finally, rounding out the team, we've got Ember Celica. I wasn't sure exactly how to round out the team, but then I saw Tapu Koko there. I wanted to, use some new Pokemon because at that point I only had Alolan Ninetales on the team. And I saw Tapu Koko there with its big, yellow, bulky arms, and it just immediately made me think of Ember Celica. So we have Ember Celica, the Tapu Koko. With the Life Orb. You've seen this set before. We've used it on the channel in every other live so far, so you know what's going on there. But I love this Pokemon. It's a lot of fun to use if you've seen my other Pokemon Showdown lives, so you should know pretty much what this Pokemon is all about. And with that is our whole team rounded out, and I'm gonna go ahead and get a battle, so I will see you then. So we've got our first battle here, and it's looking like our opponent is rocking out with pretty much all old stuff except for the Primarina. I do predict a Flygon lead. Actually, I see like 3 possible leads. I could see Camerupt as well as Electric and Flygon, but I am going to lead Ember Celica despite the ground immunities, as he's going to lead Rupto. That's not great for us. Like I said, this team, actually, I don't know if I've said this team is not the best. I was losing a lot of battles before, so it's not the most competitively viable team out there, but it is a lot of fun at the same time. And we're not going to let anything get to us. We're just going to keep playing the way we want to play. So, right now, I kind of just want to go into RWBY. Can kind of take it, any hit they want to go for. I figured he might want to set up a Stealth Rock, but I wasn't going to stay in with Ember Celica just in case. And now I just kind of want to fire off a Psychic. I don't see any immunities on the team, and I'm pretty sure they're just going to stay in with this because there's not much that we can do to it. They can't do much to us either, though, because obviously we have Levitate and are immune to the ground type, and they are going to switch out right into Korra. I don't know if that's a misspelling of Korra or if that's whatever, but we're just going to defog. I can definitely see the Toxic coming here, but I kind of want to get rid of these rocks because they do pose a problem for Yang. Yeah, so we do see the Toxic coming through. That was pretty nice play by my opponent. I kind of want to go out to Ember Celica and then double into Crescent Rose. The 2 ground immunities are really posing us trouble. I might just go for the HP Ice. Maybe we'll just go into Blake. If we let Blake set up against this thing, we could win the entire game. So we are going to go into Blake. As he fires off the Ice Beam, that's not going to do anything. And we're going to start clicking Curse. He could go into Primarina right now, which will definitely force the switch. But it's possible he's just going to go for the Toxic because he doesn't... because I'm pretty sure Melodic takes Umbreon on pretty well, so we could just see... Oh, but he is going to go into the Camerupt. I'm not sure what Camerupt wants to do against us. Oh, we are specially defensive Umbreon because with the Curse, it allows us to set up on the physical side and do a lot of damage. Part of me wants to just click Payback here and see how much it does. Okay, he's going to go for the Yawn. He doesn't know we have Sleep Talk, though. That's pretty big. Because it's going to allow us to kind of just... He goes for the Yawn again. It's going to allow us to just stay in here. We fall asleep. It's no trouble for us, though, as we just have Sleep Talk. He goes for the Stealth Rock. He still doesn't know. Our Sleep Talk's going to go off, and there's the big payback, and down goes the Camerupt. So that is great for us. My opponent sends the LOL. Yeah, this is going to force us out at this point, though, unfortunately, because we don't... Even though we are specially defensive, taking a Moonblast is not something that we want to do. I really want to get these rocks away, but we can't switch RWBY in against this thing. I don't want to sack Umbreon at this point. I should have known something was up when he stayed in. My opponent says, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Ember Celica was a really poor choice here. I think a Moonblast just takes us out. Oh, as he sets up a Substitute. Very interesting play. Did not see that coming. I kind of want to just go for the Thunderbolt. It'll get rid of the sub, and if he wants to hit us with a Moonblast, that's fair. It'll probably take us out, or whatever he wants to go for. He might have a Z move as he goes for the sub. Maybe he's stalling out the electric terrain? He continues to go for the sub. We're just going to keep Thunderbolting. Maybe he's trying to wear us down with Life Orb damage, but he went for the sub before he knew that we had the Life Orb on us. So it's definitely an interesting choice. As he goes for the Scald, it's not going to take us out, and no burn. Oh, that's great. Oh. I really think he's going to go Flygon here. I really do want to predict that. Actually, as much as I want to go for the HP Ice, if Primarina does choose to stay in, Dazzling Gleam is our move of choice because it still gets off neutral damage. Yeah, so I'm going to click Dazzling Gleam. As he goes into this right here, that's going to do a nice 50%, and I'm not too upset about the way that went. Now I am feeling pretty safe to go into Ruby. His Stealth Rocker's gone, and I want to click Defog and get rid of these rocks, so Yang is comfortable coming in from here on out. He's going to go for the Volt Switch. Nothing too crazy there. He's probably just going to go right back into Primarina. Actually, he goes into this bad boy right here. It's possible it's specially defensive. I'm just going to click Draco Meteor because I know these things might get like... Oh, we're going to miss our Draco. He tried to Willow. That was definitely a prediction there. Definitely a prediction. This time I'm going to click Psychic if he wants to go into Primarina, which he does. We predict that and get off a nice chunk of damage there with the Psychic. Unfortunately, it looks like this thing is pretty specially bulky, and we didn't get nearly as much as we would have liked. He's free to go for the Moonblast at this point, and I'm just going to click Psychic. Yeah, he is specially defensive. As he clicks Moonblast, and down is going to go Ruby. This gives us a free switch into kind of whatever we want to do here, though. I think Yang takes on his team pretty well. Yeah, there's no way this thing outspeeds Yang. We can set up the Sun and just go for a Solar Beam. He might want to switch into Melodic. I don't know, but Solar Beam hits that as well. So we're just going to click it and watch this thing drop. So, down goes the Primarina. He could go into Electric right here, but a Fire Blast does take that thing out, and it's probably not outspeeding us unless it's a Scarf. I think Melodic is his best play. Flygon could happen. Okay, he's going to go into this right here. I'm not sure what this wants to do. I'm going to click Fire Blast, though. It's going to do a huge chunk of damage. As he goes for the Pain Split, that's fair, that's fair. We did 77%, so this Fire Blast should take it out. As he's going to switch out and into Melodic, we're going to miss our Fire Blast. Not fun. I'm going to go for the Solar Beam here because under Sun, his Water-type attacks aren't going to be doing that much. He could Toxic. We do have Roost. Yeah, and that does a huge chunk of damage. He goes for the Scald. Like I said, under Sun, it's not doing too much. We're just going to click Solar Beam again. He could choose to switch out. That's all fair. He goes into Night Shift here. As we go for the Solar Beam. Still does a nice chunk. You could have Shadow Sneak. I'm not sure if it takes us out. I kind of just want to click Roost. As he goes for Shadow Sneak, it doesn't take us out. We get the Roost off. And I'm feeling like a Fire Blast is our play here. As that lands, and down goes Night Shift. So that was a great turn for us. We have Yang back up to a good percent. He is going to be able to bring this thing in, though. It's not... we can't really do anything about that, but we are free to go right into Blake and click Sleep Talk. I don't think anything on his team is left to really take on Blake. This thing gets off a Scald. It's not going to do too much. We are... okay, so we wake up that turn. Okay, alright. Fair enough. I'm going to click Curse. He can keep Scalding away. We are just going to be able to rest this off. First chance we really get. I'm going to give it one more and then probably click Rest. Yeah. Okay, so he clicks Scald again. He gets the burn that time. It's no trouble. We're going to get the burn through the Synchronize. That does set up his Marvel Scale if he is running it. I'm not too concerned about that, though. As we're just going to click Rest. And because once we're up at ×4, that's not going to be mattering at all. We click Rest. get all of that HP back. The burn is gone. And it's time to start sleep talking. He goes for Scald, gets a crit. I'm not worried about it. Get the payback off. That's going to do a big chunk. Like I said, he can start recovering here. It's going to be kind of a long battle from here on out. I might speed this part up. I don't really know. Unless something interesting happens, I'll probably end up speeding this up because it is going to be kind of recover, curse, rest, sleep talk, curse, you know, the whole deal. As I'm going to click curse one more time, and then on the next turn, he goes for Ice Beam, going for the freeze now. I don't like that little turn of events there. I didn't know he had that. Freeze is absolutely the worst status in the game. You do not want to get caught with a freeze. I'm going to rest to make sure we don't get caught with that. As we do... Oh, we thaw out! I don't know if rest automatically reverse... I know it reverses all the other statuses. I don't know if it reverses freeze. I don't think it does, which is part of why freeze is such a hard status to deal with. We're unfortunately going to get the rest with that sleep talk. Still not too worried about it. We're going to go with another sleep talk here. No reason not to, as we are asleep. Hopefully we get a payback. That's kind of what I'm looking for here. He'll recover on the next turn. Give us a free chance for another curse. He goes for the Scald here. That's fine. As we get another rest. Ugh. This is a little bit annoying. I'm going to click curse. And we're going to click rest on the immediate next turn because that freeze is dangerous. Gets a crit. No freeze though, as we're able to rest that off. Now hopefully we start getting some paybacks, or at least our last curse with these sleep talks. He goes for the Scald, no reason not to. We go for sleep talk and get the curse. So we're going to be at 4 times now, and it's time to start firing off the paybacks just as soon as we wake up. But for now, we'll click sleep talk one more time. Hopefully we get a payback here. Nope, we get another curse. It does nothing. That's fine. Now we click payback as he goes for the Scald. And we do a large chunk of damage to that bad boy right there. He says GG. He's going to forfeit. So that is our first win of the live. As you can see, that set is a lot of fun. It's fun. It takes a long time. You get into a lot of battles like this, but there's nothing your opponent can kind of do at that point except hope for hacks. He was going for the freeze there. I don't blame him. There was really nothing else he could do. Ooh, excuse me. But that is the power of Blake. So I'm very happy that we decided to switch out the Alolan Persian for Umbreon here, as Blake is going to secure us this battle. So my opponent played it as best they could. There's just really nothing you can do about that. So I'm going to go ahead and find us another battle, and I will see you then. Here we are with our second battle, and our opponent's team is just absolutely full of power. We were kind of able to get the win on that last game because our opponent's team was, you know, kind of just Here, I don't foresee us winning at all. Pheromosa's lead has been running Poison Jab as of late. Otherwise, I'd feel pretty safe leading with Embercelica. I kind of want to lead Yang. As he goes right for Spooks McGee. That works well for us, and there's nothing stopping me here from firing off a big Fire Blast. He's Sash? Sash Aegislash. I've never seen that before. I'm going to click Air Slash. Shadow Sneak's going to do a big chunk, but not nearly enough. So down goes the Aegislash. My opponent's team has the power. I just don't know if they're going to be able to use it. This thing comes in. It is going to be able to outspeed us. I do see the Psychic kind of coming through. Kind of want to go on to Crescent Rose and threaten him. Oh my, it's Mega Alakazam. He goes for the Shadow Ball, that's fine. I'm going to click Knockoff. Actually, he could just attack me. See, here's where I'm worried. I think, would he switch out? I kind of just want to go for the Sucker Punch. Yeah, I don't want to lose this right now. He's going to switch. I should have gone for Knockoff. Oh, I'm mad. I do see the high jump kick coming through, or at least whatever fighting type he wants to go. He could go for the bug type U-turn, but I'm just going to go into Yang. It is what it is. He could just kill us with a high jump kick. Yeah. So that's that. As he gets the speed boost. And we're in a lot of trouble here. We are in a lot of trouble. I do believe a high jump kick takes out our entire team. Except Embercelica. We're going to see if he has the Poison Jab. It's kind of our only play here. I'm just going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. If he's got Poison Jab, that's good for my opponent. I don't think a U-turn or a high jump kick takes us out. So we're just going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. It's really our only choice at this point. He's got the U-turn, but fortunately for us, he's not going to have... the... Wow, that did a lot. He gets up to 348, and we're 359. He might be choiced, but I kind of just want to click Volt Switch. Yep, so down goes Kartana. That's great for us. Kartana's a huge threat, just a massive attack stat. And that means Embercelica's healthy-ish. I don't know if it's going to be able to take on Pheromosa. Pheromosa could beat us at this point, I'm pretty sure. We're going to go into Crescent Rose. It's our answer to Mega Alakazam. Tapu Lele comes out. I don't think many people run a speedy Tapu... Actually, I do think Choice Scarf Tapu Lele is a thing. I don't know if it can take us out, though. I kind of just want to click Iron Head. As he goes for Calm Mind. Maybe he expected us to switch out, but that's going to absolutely body Tapu Lele. So, and he's going to forfeit. Awesome. I did not expect to win that match. I really didn't. Our opponent made a couple of misplays. I don't think he was using a lot of his really viable threats correctly, like Focus Sash, Aegislash. That's not meta. That's not, I don't think, all that viable. I do think Pheromosa kind of needs the Poison Jab to take care of the Tapus, which are running, so rampant in the meta right now. Poison Jab just absolutely bodies at least Tapu Koko as well as Tapu Bulu. So basically, we were able to outplay them a little bit, get some luck, I guess, and we get the win against that team, which I'm pretty proud of. So we're going to go ahead and find our next battle, and I will see you then. So we got our third battle of the day, and it looks like our opponent is running all new Pokemon, which I absolutely love. If it wasn't a theme team right now where I was specifically choosing things, I'd be running mostly new Pokemon, as you've seen in my other lives. I love what's going on with Pokemon right now, but he's hit us with the timer already, so we're going to have to go ahead and choose our lead. I don't know what he wants to lead. I could see this bad boy right there, as it does, as it can get up rocks, I guess. We're going to go for Crescent Rose, though. As he goes Silvally, the electric type Silvally. Part of me just wants to click Knockoff. Yeah, we're going to get a crit there. That's unfortunate for my opponent, as he has Flamethrower. Was not expecting that, but we are going to get the crit there. I apologize. That is unfortunate. Kind of just want to click Knockoff again, as it is going to take out the Silvally. So that's one threat out of the way. Again, the knockoff crit, that was really unfortunate. I would have had to have played very differently had that not occurred. So I apologize to my opponent, but that is the game we play. That is Pokemon, so it is what it is. As he's going to go out to Vikavolt, probably go for U-turn here. Probably go for U-turn. We have speed though, so I'm going to click Knockoff just to get its item off, get off a lot of damage. He just goes for Bug Buzz. I'm not too worried about that. This is Bug Electric. Doesn't really appreciate anything that we have. What do I want to go out into? I guess This is a decent time for Ninetales. Because we're really just free to click Blizzard on pretty much everything. It'll definitely take out Vikavolt at this range, and it bodies 2 of his 3 Mons, and definitely is a 2-hit KO against, or 2 of his 4, sorry, Mons that he has left. It's definitely a 2-hit KO against the, it's not called Accelerock, it's called, Rockruff evolves into Lycanroc. It's called Lycanroc, but he's just going to let us take down his Vikavolt there. So Weiss is in and getting a kill. We don't get to see that too often, but he's going to bring in Lycanroc. It's obviously going to be going for the Rock-type attack here. Part of me just kind of wants to stay in, to be honest. I mean, Weiss does well, I guess, against those 2, but as does Ember Celica-ish. Ember Celica takes out that for sure. Yang takes on that pretty well. And what I really want to do here is sack something off so we can get Blake in. So I guess we can go into RWBY. I don't know what he wants to do. He's going to set up his Stealth Rocks. That's perfect for us because we can immediately defog those away. Regardless of what he wants to do, we're just going to click defog. He can attack us. He can go for the big Stone Edge. That's kind of what Lycanroc does, but we're able to eat that up and get off the defog, which is great. Part of me just wants to go for Psychic here. Actually, he could switch out into that, which is kind of preventing me from going for the Draco. I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's going to stay in, so I'm just going to go for the Draco. Get off big damage against Lycanroc. That is huge damage. And unless he crits us with Stone Edge, we can feel free to click Psychic. If he goes into Mimikyu, it gets rid of the Disguise, which is great. If he stays in with Accelerock, or with Lycanroc, sorry, and goes for the Accelerock, we are fine there. So we're going to see RWBY. The only situation I can see us getting RWBY back in would be against Komodo. Yeah, and I don't know if that's going to be the best choice. We do want to get off the defog on the rocks. I want to click Psychic here, though. Is he going to go for a Substitute? We are going to be able to break that. It's interesting. Substitute Mimikyu with the Disguise. So it's like a sub and a sub. He's going to go for the Swords Dance. I saw that coming. We are just going to want to break the Disguise here. I'm going to keep clicking Psychic. If he wants to sub again, that's up to him. He goes for Shadow Claw. That's fair. I don't think he can take us out at this range. We are just going to go for Thunderbolt. He can go for Shadow Sneak, but I don't think it takes us out at this range. He doesn't go for Shadow Sneak, and down goes the Mimikyu. So pretty much, I think, I'm not going to say it too early, but I think we've pretty much got this one in the bag. Decidueye does not outspeed, so I'm going to click Volt Switch. Going to get off just a bit of damage there. And we're going to go into Weiss. Weiss has pretty much done its job at this point. If he wants to not, if he doesn't, sorry, words there. Interesting that he goes for Confuse Ray. I don't think that is meta. It's very hacksy, very relying on hacks. We're going to click Blizzard, and Weiss is going to break through Confusion and take out the Decidueye. Like I said, not really the best plays there from my opponent. We're going to click Moonblast. If we break through Confusion, that is what it is. If not, we're in a little bit of trouble now because I didn't think he was going to be able to just set up all over us. We're going to go back into Ember Celica, though. It's going to be really unfortunate if this thing is able to take us out. You can't with the Sky Uppercut, and Dazzling Gleam is absolutely going to end the battle. So that's GG to my opponent. Like I said, relying on hacks there with the Confuse Ray. I mean, it can pay off. As you saw, he managed to get up the Dragon Dance, and almost, he was 3% away from probably winning that battle. So, you know, it kind of is what it is, though. He wasn't able to pull through with the hacks. My startup disk is almost full. My apologies. So he wasn't able to pull through with the hacks. And with that, did we just go 3-0 in this live? So in our team, our RWBY theme team, which I did not think was going to perform, I had tested it in battles prior to this. It was not doing well, but somehow our RWBY theme team was able to get 3 for 3 wins in this live. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. As I said, I was hoping to kind of, you know, you RWBY fans, I just wanted to kind of show you what Pokemon can be like. I really hope you kind of enjoyed it and have more of an interest in it now, because it is a lot of fun. You know, it's not always RWBY related with these theme teams, but it's always a lot of fun. So if you haven't seen the other videos, I encourage you to go back and look at them. But like I said, it's been a lot of fun. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to go and like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and leave a comment telling me what you thought. If you have any sets, if you are a Pokemon fan, and if you have any sets that you'd like to suggest, I will look at the comments, and I will use your suggested sets in these Pokemon Showdown lives if you have anything. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed. This has been The Geek Theorist. Until next time.